Among professors worldwide, it is known that teaching at INSEAD means being among some of the most talented teachers and some of the most demanding audiences. It is therefore a great honor to be nominated and to win the Faculty Teaching Award. Every class gets to nominate and vote for their favorite faculty member. I would like to thank those of you who served as academic reps for your class, and I would invite Rohan and Sparsh to join me on stage to present the awards.
Thank you very much, Dean Stable. Very warm welcome to all the friends, family, faculty, staff, alumni, and most importantly, my fellow members of Class of 25J who are here today. It's been a great honor to be able to serve as your academic reps for the past year. And as the Dean said, we're very grateful to all the professors for all they've done. And we want to say a special thank you to a few of them through the Faculty Teaching Awards. We'll be starting with the Core Fontainebleau Courses Awards for the Best Professor for the Class of 25J. And the nominees for this are Professor Nadav Klein for Organizational Behavior, Professor Dmitry Ruzic for Macroeconomics in the Global Economy, Professor Lin Shen for Financial Models and Valuation, and finally, Professor Junyon Zhu for Corporate Financial Policy. And the winner is Professor Dmitry Ruzic for Macroeconomics in the Global Economy.
Wow. Well, first and foremost, thank you very much for this honor. I'm touched. I'm deeply grateful. I'm particularly honored that, if I think about it, many of you found yourselves marked by a macroeconomics course with humble ambitions. I hope that wherever you next end up, when you wake up in the morning and you open up the newspaper, you find yourself slightly better to navigate this increasingly crazy and strange world and global economy. And that along the way, you find yourself better equipped maybe to think more critically about the information that's presented to you. If I think about the value of a good education, to me, it's not just the new knowledge and the new ideas. Perhaps it's just as importantly in figuring out how to identify the bad ones. And if I think about what does it take to identify bad ideas, I think actually very fondly about everything that you have contributed to INSEAD over the course of this past year. I try to teach, but you make it easier. Right? I think this is the only place in the world where in the course of one class I can get anecdotes about what it's like living with hyperinflation in Argentina, pursuing and participating in a bank run in Japan, or dealing with capital controls in China. And I think all those shared experiences are really some of what I hope that you keep for yourselves, and those shared experiences and connections you'll keep with yourself as you leave INSEAD. Right, at the end of the day, I'm kind of hoping that as you leave this place, you'll manage to remain curious and discerning. Wherever you end up, you'll kind of keep your enthusiasm and without necessarily being naive, and yet remain skeptical of the world without becoming cynical about it. And so with all of that, to all the graduates and to the friends and family that have supported them along the way, thank you very much for letting me be a very small part of your journey. Congratulations and the very best of luck.
Thank you, Dimitri, for your kind words and congratulations. Now, we'll move and announce the nominees for the Best Teaching Award for Singapore Core Courses. The nominees are Antonio Fatas from macroeconomics, global economy. Martin Olson from macroeconomics, global economy, delivered in our Abu Dhabi campus. And Eric Ullman for Organization Behavior 1. And the winner is Professor Antonio Fatas. It seems to be a day for macroeconomics, but unfortunately, the professor could not be with us today, although he has this short message for us.
Thank you. Thank you very much for this award, class of July 2025. It is always a great honor to receive a teaching award from the MBAs. This year is a little bit special. Let me give you two reasons why it's special for me. I mean, the first one is that I felt that I spent a lot of my time during the 6-7 weeks that we were together telling you all the bad news about what was happening in the world. So somehow that sort of depressive state that I put you in would not give me a lot of votes in this year award, but I guess I was wrong. Now, the second reason I think in some sense is more important. I feel that these days, emphasis on data, emphasis of a proper analysis of economic and policy debates is absent. And we all go sometimes with our ideology and less so with the data. Now, as you know very well, my course is very much about data. It's all data-driven. In fact, the comment that I get the most in my evaluations is, why don't you write more text on your slides? So I'm really happy that you appreciated that approach, looking at data and trying to make sense out of what is happening in the world. Now, this is really your day. This is your graduation day. Congratulations to all of you. It is great that you're joining the alumni community today. Make sure that you reach to all of us if you ever need help, to faculty, to the school, to the alumni community. We're here as a resource for your future. Stay in touch. Hopefully I will see you again in one of our campuses, or maybe in the visits that I tend to do around the world when we do alumni events. Now, let me finish by congratulating you again, wishing you the best for your career. And once again, thank you for this award.
Thank you very much, Professor Fatas. I personally had the chance to sit down in his classes, and I can attest that it was a great experience. Moving on to Fontainebleau electives, the nominees are Professor Michael Bicard for Tech and Innovation Strategy, Professor Sharon Katz for Financial Statement Analysis, and Professor Joel Perez for Applied Corporate Finance. And the winner is Professor Michael Bicard for Tech and Innovation Strategy.
Wow. Thank you. It's truly, truly an honor. The feeling is perhaps even better than winning at a Kahoot. Look, teaching at MBA at INSEAD is really a wonderful privilege. You know, we have the best student, frankly. It's really amazing to see the quality, the curiosity, the energy they bring to the classroom. But it's also a challenge. Not because there is anything wrong about the students. Of course, there is nothing wrong about it. It's a challenge because it's a challenge to bring structure to a world that resists it. We arrive with frameworks, with cases, in my case, very small cases, with guest speakers, with stories, even as we know that the world outside isn't made of neat narratives. It's full of unknown unknowns.
to think we don't know, we don't know. Some people even say it's full of unknown, unknown, unknowns. Don't ask me, I still don't get it. The key, of course, is to embrace this messy world, not by clinging to rigid plans which offer a false sense of comfort and security, but with courage to try things out, to adapt, and maybe, just maybe, to find a beachhead. A small foothold from which something bigger can grow. Thank you again. Teaching you and learning from you, especially during the fiercely competitive Insight Conference, has been one of the most joyful and rewarding experiences of my life. Perhaps it's ever been my own foothold from which something bigger will grow. Thank you, and congratulations again.
Thank you, Michael, for that. Now, for the last teaching award of the day, please join me in giving a big round of applause for the nominees for the Best Teaching Award for Singapore elective courses. The nominees are Ben Sherong Wong for Investment and Asset Management and for Hedge Funds and Alternative Investments. Ivana Nomwaska for Realizing Entrepreneurial Potential. And Claudia Zeisberg for Private Equity, for Understanding and Managing Risk, and for Managing Corporate Turnarounds. And the winner for the Best Teaching Awards for Singapore elective is Ivana Nomwaska for Realizing Entrepreneurial Potential. So Ivana has this short message for all of us.
Let me start by saying that I'm sorry I couldn't be with you in person today, to congratulate you and to celebrate this amazing milestone. Thank you for this honor. Receiving this award is incredibly humbling and motivating. It very much inspires me to keep working hard and empowering you to buy a business and become a CEO. And I have to admit that this award is also motivating me to stay committed to being strict, so more commitment to tough love. And when the future generations of MBAs complain that Ivana is too strict, I tell them, well, the 25Js loved it, so go and complain to them. Now, when it comes to your careers, don't forget, entrepreneurship through acquisition and search funds are viable and fulfilling paths, and increasingly important given the global succession crisis. INSEAD, our alumni community, and myself are here to support you on the journey if and when you decide to take it. And if and when you decide to take it, don't forget the rule number 1, always buy a business that not even an MBA can destroy. 25Js, you're a very special class. You're curious, you're thoughtful, you're kind, you're fun, you're full of drive, and you're full of potential. And today you join one of the most powerful, most diverse, and supportive alumni communities. And with that comes a certain responsibility. And the responsibility is to carry forward INSEAD's founding mission. And that is to use business as a force for peace, for tolerance, and for prosperity. And that mission is more urgent than ever today. As future leaders, you will hold power. My wish for you is to embrace a different kind of power. Power grounded in kindness, in humility, and in empathy. In fact, a different kind of power is the title of the new memoir by Jacinda Ardern, New Zealand's former Prime Minister. I encourage you to read it. It offers inspiring lessons on what leadership can and, in fact, what leadership should look like. So 25Js, onward and upward, dare to break free, Don't forget to have fun, and please stay in touch. Congratulations.
Thank you, Ivana, for those kind words. And congratulations to all the nominees and the winners. As we conclude the teaching award segments for the day, we, the entire class of MBA25J, would like to thank each and every one of our faculty members for the lifelong learnings, for the classroom dialogue, for creating a space where we can freely share and learn from each other. Thank you so, so much from the bottom of our hearts.
Thank you for presenting the awards, and congratulations to our nominees and winners. I want to extend my thanks to every faculty member teaching in the MBA program. Your work is essential for the success of the program.